What do my gente was coming through once again, and on today's video we have an incident that took place at Hyde State Prison and where an inmate became unalive. Sad situation. It happens. It's another one to the books, man. It's funny because I just made a story about Hyde yesterday, right? And man, it's a very ugly spot. You know, one thing I'm gonna keep it real, man. The place has changed. It's not like it used to be. And at least maybe with the program and maybe with the stations. You know, I heard they did some upgrades. I heard that a lot of people got fired. So supposedly they have a different program. Well, I don't know, man. I haven't been right there in a minute, but still one of the most dangerous places in CDCR in California. You know, when it has to do with prisons in California. So before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit that like and comment. And if before we continue with this, man, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. It does not cost you nothing, and at the end of the day, you're just helping my channel grow, which I do highly appreciate you. And I appreciate those who've been supporting the channel, new subscribers. Gracias. Thank you for the opportunity. I do highly appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, let's get to the story, right? Because on April 26th, right? April 26th over there is like nice weather. Like high 70s, low 80s. Super nice weather. There's no rain. There's no snow. Maybe some canteen. ¿Qué más quieres? Third draw right now. And it was not going to be a day like they're used to, you know. It was going to be a day where an individual by the name of Roger A. Brown was going to decide to drop the yard because he was going to go and attempt to unalive William J. Costy, right? Inmate William J. Costy. So apparently around 10:20, right? Right after they released the yard, or maybe like an hour. It depends what kind of program they got. And you know, one thing that I always used to not like when they used to drop the yard, like when the yard was starting, didn't give you a chance to get canteen, didn't give you a chance to do what you had to do out on the yard, not even get your money like that. And I used to hate that with passion, man. Like I was like, man, why can't they just wait? I mean, the individuals right there are the one they're gonna hit. So why they have to just do it right there and then, man? Can I get at least an ice cream and stuff like that? You know, a popsicle, you know, some chips, something, man, something to at least we're gonna go on a lockdown so I can enjoy and make some nice burritos with some soda or whatever. And no, on this occasion, around 10:20, man, inmate Brown decided to attack inmate Costy. So he got off on him with a weapon, one-on-one. According to the report of the CO who's witnessed this attack. And I always say, man, usually when they see attacks like this, they don't catch it that quick, man. It takes a minute. It takes a minute because you have to understand, man, the cop is going to get a lot of distractions. You know, you have to pay attention to the whole yard. Not only that, maybe their partners are talking to him. Somebody's talking to him on the radio, on the phone. Maybe he's going through his own phone, even though he don't supposed to have a phone in the facility. But we know, you COs know that you bring phones into the facility and do you shenanigans, which, I mean, it's all right, man. I guess as long as you don't lose your phone in the facility like somebody did in Tehachapi prison, I think it's going to be okay, right? So as this individual is getting off on this victim for whatever reason, possibly politics, the cops went over there to assist the incident, right? Spray him, hit him with the baton, maybe we shot out the block gun, not the Mini 14, right? Because it's not reported. And the attacker decided to give in. He already did what he had to do. And that was it. Yeah, already got his money, and that's it. They cuff him up. They're going to get the victim some assistance, make sure that he's okay. But at that time, you have to understand this, man. The victim was already unalive, man. Eventually, he made it to the institutional wannabe hospital clinic outside his yard, and he was pronounced unalive. The crazy thing about this is that this individual, the victim by the name of Costy, he just arrived to High Desert. He didn't even have like 4 months. He just got there. he got to reception on November, plus the time he took to get transferred to the level 4, man, he only had to be right there like for 4 months the max, you know. He was just a newbie. And it makes you think, right? What is the reason that this individual was hit? You can come with a lot of explanations, man. Maybe somebody was looking for him. He finally landed. He burned somebody. He didn't follow a certain program that was required to follow in that yard. You know, you have to understand, new individuals, new inmates that come into the institution who are not laced up like that, who ignore to follow the rules in the county, maybe in prison. Eventually, they're gonna get the blues, and when I mean they're gonna get the blues, they're gonna get the steel, right? That situation, man. I always say, man, you have to understand that these individuals, victims, aggressors, always have families that don't want to see the pictures, don't want to see their stories of their loved ones on the internet. You know, I mean, come on, let's just be real, right? And we have to respect that. But my duty is to show incidents like this, so hopefully people can open their eyes if you haven't been in prison. So it can give you a guidance, right? It can give you an understanding of what's actually happening behind those walls, right? Now, I believe the victim, man, he took a trial because he had a lot of charges. Like, he went to trial and lost everything. They hit him with a book on every single charge. He got like 10, 12 charges. Big time, man. But trip on this on the aggressor, Mr. Brown. This individual came into the institution with the sentence. He was not a lifer. He was gonna get free and stuff like that if he decided to behave. But this individual came into the system in 2012, and on 2013 he was already catching cases, man. Eventually, he caught a 187 in where he unalived another inmate, and because of this, he kept catching life with the possibility of parole. So this is another individual, another example of people who go into prison with the sentence, with a certain amount of sentence, maybe like a long sentence, maybe 20 years, 25 years, whatever. And something happens throughout your career in where you're needed, in where they're telling you, hey, you have to go over here, and eventually you catch life. That sucks, man. That's basically giving your life to the system, and a system that eventually it's gonna get rid of you if you don't make it through the ranks, make it through the status, and establish yourself like you should, right? But that is the life in CDCR. We have to understand that violence, it's always been right there, but now the difference that a lot of people have become, it seems like it's more normal for individuals, for inmates to become unalive, right? It seems like there's no such as removals no more. It's basically unaliving. So this is the story for today. Gracias, muchas gracias. I do highly appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Al ratos.